I'm Saturday hauling for you guys today, and I'm going to go ahead and start off with a few orders that I placed off of the Sephora website. And I had purchased one of the Makeup Forever Artist color pencils in 602 Completely Sepia during the sale, and I have just been in love with that shade of lip liner. Not only do I really like the formula of these pencils, but I love this shade on myself. It's like kind of like my lips, but just a hair deeper, so it defines, but it blends in really nice as well. So I liked it so much that I purchased another one because I wanted one to carry in my bag. So this is the shade 602 Completely Sepia, and it's just a great lip liner shade for me. I've got 4 of these now that I've been using for lip liners, and I've got Anywhere Caffeine. That's actually what I have on my lips today. I've got Wherever Walnut, and then I've got that really pretty Whichever Coral pencil as well. And I love all of these Makeup Forever pencils, but this one here is the one that I've been getting the most use out of since I've gotten it. Prior to that, I was using the Anywhere Caffeine shade a lot. These pencils just go on really nicely, and they also fade nicely with your lip color throughout the day, so I just really enjoy these pencils. And then of course the Completely Sepia shade, which I got another one of. And then Too Faced finally stocked their Teddy Bear Bare It All bronzer at Ulta and Sephora. I'd seen it for a while, it just wasn't in stock at retailers, so I got this guy off of Sephora as well. And this here is got 0.28 ounces of product, which isn't a whole ton for a bronzer in my opinion. It also has got some fragrance, and then like it's got cinnamol alcohol and cinnamel. It's got a little bit of a sweet cinnamon scent to it. I don't find that it lingers on the skin or anything like that, but it is in there. And then it is made in the USA. Packaging is a hard plastic with a cute teddy bear on it, and it matches the teddy bear eyeshadow palette that they also came out with this collection. And then here is the bronzer. So there's a teddy bear embossed in there, and there was a little gold overspray on the heart there. This bronzer has a shimmer to it. It's not overbearing, but it does have like a shimmer reflect to it. And this is actually the bronzer that I have on my skin today, both to kind of contour and bronze up my face. And this is really, really light. Like the tone of it is a very light bronzer. Like I kind of had to build it up on even my skin tone, which is pretty fair. So I do feel like they should have came out with, I would say, at least 2 more shades of this in a medium and a deep, because this again is very light. They're calling it the Honey Bun Glow. That's kind of cute. But let me give you a swatch of it. It's a thicker formula. It did blend out on the skin pretty nice, but it does have a little bit of a thickness to it compared to some other bronzers. And then you can see right there that it's got that little bit of a, you know, gold shimmer running through it. I was kind of worried when I first seen that, but blended out on the skin, I think it looks kind of flattering. It does lean a little warm. But again, this is what I have on my skin today, and I do like the way that it looks. So that is the Too Faced Bare It All bronzer in the Honey Bun Glow shade right there. And then I saw that Violet Voss came out with a new eyeshadow palette, and it's called Cool Vibes, and I really love some cool eyeshadow, so I got this guy. And it says on the packaging that it is made in the PRC, and there's a total of 1.12 ounces of product, or 32 grams across 10 shades. So there's a ton of product in this guy. So it comes in their kind of cardboard packaging, and I've gotten along really well with the Violet Voss palettes that I've purchased. So I went ahead and I got this guy, and the color story in here is really pretty. There are 5 mattes and 5 shimmer shades. I love the tones of these. I think pairing like this palette with a really like bright lid shade would look just stunning. I wish that there was one shade in here of the shimmers that was a light one, kind of like this light matte. I wish there was one shade like that that was a shimmer, because when I use this palette, I do like to bring in the Aether Beauty Pure Diamond Dust, which you guys want to know what I did on accident to my Pure Diamond Dust from Aether. So I had one that I was using that I hit pan on and had a pretty substantial amount of pan on it. And I'm going on a trip here coming up, so I was taking out some of my favorite products to put into one palette so I didn't have so much packaging and like weight. So I was depotting this guy right here, and I have one of those like convection depotter things, and it works great for my other things. But when I put this on there, the pan, you know, it gets hot. That's what kind of melts the glue underneath it. This product melts. It liquefied. It like was runny, and I was like, oh my gosh, what do I do? So I took and I ran it to the refrigerator. Nope, I ruined it. Ruined the formula. It was like turned into this sticky, like thick mess. So don't try to depot your Aether Beauty highlighter with heat. It doesn't end well. So anyway, I busted out one of the backups that I have. But anyway, this is the Pure Diamond Dust that I used in conjunction with this palette right here. And again, let's give you some swatches because these shadows are really nice. Their mattes are pigmented and they blend out really well. The shimmers have nice pigmentation. I mean, there's nothing super special about, you know, the shades or anything like that, but the formulation is very nice on this palette. Oh. So there are the first four. And then these guys. Very pretty though, right? And then these last two here, which are kind of gray and shimmery, sparkly gray-black. Look how nice and pigmented and smooth those shadows are. Very nice. Cool tone palette there from Voss. So that is their new Cool Vibes eyeshadow palette right there. Go like that. And then lastly from Sephora, I got the Urban Decay All Nighter All Day Shine Control Softening Loose Setting Powder. So this is the latest powder that Urban Decay launched. And I was trying to find on Ulta and the Sephora website how much product came in here, and I wasn't able to do that. And then I saw on Nordstrom that it said there was 0.7 ounces of product in here. So I was like, oh great, that looks like a lot of product. But for some reason I was like, I don't think there's that much product in there. And there isn't. There's 0.35 ounces of product in here. And the reason why I'm bringing that up is because their other powder, the Ultimate Brush Off powder that they came out with, has got 0.71 ounces of product in here. And I actually purchased this powder because I had kind of rediscovered this one in my collection, and I really have been enjoying using this to set my kind of foundation, sunscreen and stuff on my face. And I used it up, so I was thinking that maybe this guy would be a nice replacement, but it's not. This new powder here is much more dry feeling on the skin compared to this one. It's also like super thin and finely milled. I'm gonna have to look, but I'm not sure if Urban Decay still sells this powder, but I have the one in Fair, and I recently again used it up. So I got this guy thinking that this one might replace that one, and I like to try new powders anyway. But I'm not crazy about this for setting my face. It's got one of those screen mesh type of packaging with the piece in the center of the cap that holds it down. And this isn't my favorite style of packaging because I can never get an even distribution of powder on my brush with this style of packaging, and it kind of drives me crazy. So I wish that I could at least dump some in the lid, and you can't because of the stopper. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. But the powder itself, again, is really finely milled. And when I use this to set my face, I set my concealer and then I set my entire face. And I did like the finish, and I thought it looked really pretty on the skin. But I mean, my face felt so dry, like around my nose, underneath my eyes, around my mouth. Felt like my skin was cracking when I used this powder. So it's a very dry powder on my already dry skin. So I'm not crazy about it. I also didn't notice extra longevity in my makeup throughout the day. It kind of just wore how it normally did with a setting powder on. So I'm going to get some use out of it. I think what I'll do is just use it in my T-zone kind of around the afternoon times when I get a little bit of oil breakthrough in the shinier areas of my face, and kind of go that route because it's just much too drying for all over my face. And I did get the shade Translucent, which I don't know if it'll do any good to try and swatch it for you guys here, but it does have a little bit of a yellow tint to it. Yeah, it's one of those really silky, finely milled powders, which I haven't found one that's like that I've really loved either. So anyway, that's the new Urban Decay All Nighter Translucent Soft Loose Setting Powder. I think maybe if you have really oily skin, you might love this one. And then I placed an order off of Beauty Bay. I got some products from Paul and Joe. I saw this foundation case and I just had to have it. It's a little cat face. So this is their powder foundation case. and it's got like little kind of pearly looking eyeballs there with a kitty face on it. And Paul & Joe comes out with some of the cutest packaging, which is a lot of the appeal for me, but I do like some of their products. So I got the case, and then you buy the powder separate. So it fits the powder foundation, and this is a 0.31 ounce pan that goes in here, and these products are made in Japan. There's quite a bit of I would say it's a rose scent to the powder. So I got the lightest shade that they had available, which is the 101 shade, and it does lean a little bit on the yellow kind of warm side. The good thing about this powder, another reason why I wanted to get this, was it has SPF 30 in it, and this is a powder foundation. I haven't tried it as a powder foundation, but what I want to do with it is kind of use it as a finishing powder all over the face for in the summer months for that extra SPF. So it's a physical sunscreen that's in the product. I may at some point use it as a setting powder all over my face, but again, the tone is a little bit yellow, and setting foundation, it's really going to grab onto that yellow on my skin. So that's kind of why I'm leaning towards using it as a finishing powder as opposed to a setting powder. And then also it's a foundation powder, so it's going to sit a little bit thicker as a setting powder as opposed to a finishing powder. But that's a long explanation. So I got the powder refill in 101 for the little kitty compact right here. And I'll just go ahead and swatch for you guys. Maybe you can see the tone and the kind of coverage that it gives. So you can see, yeah, you can see against my skin tone just how yellow that powder leans. So that's the foundation case and powder that I got from Paul & Joe. I also got one of their limited edition eye colors in the number 16, because wait till you see this packaging. This is just the little box packaging, which is going to be hard enough to throw away, but it's a 0.07 ounce shadow, or 2 grams, also made in Japan. And then here's the compact. Now, if that isn't the cutest thing, right? Paul & Joe has this thing with cats. I think that they have like a white Persian cat as their mascot, if I'm not mistaken. But anyway, this is the little shadow duo in number 16 right there. There are little micro glitters in the gold half of this powder, and I haven't used this as eyeshadow, but I actually put it on my cheeks today as a blush, and I really like it as a blush shade. It's not super finely milled or anything like that, but it does provide a pretty nice kind of color to the cheeks. So I used it as a blush, but I'll swatch the two sides and then kind of them together so you can get an idea of them. And there were 2 other shades available too. I think an orange and pink, and then a blue and yellow, if I'm not mistaken. But I like this as a blush. I probably, because you can kind of see even in those swatches, it's a little bit toned down for what I like for eyeshadow, so that's probably what I'm going to do, is just use it as a blush because I think it looks really pretty on. And the micro glitters in that yellow shade didn't really adhere to the skin, they just brushed off. So that is the little limited eye color in 16, and again with that packaging. It's so cute. And then lastly from Paul & Joe, I got one of their lipstick cases in number 2, which is a hard plastic case. A lot of their limited edition lipstick refillable cases are cardboard packaging, and I wanted to get the hard plastic packaging because the lipstick refill that I got is number 403, which is a UV lipstick. So it's got SPF 25 in it, and it's also a mineral sunscreen. So there's zinc and titanium dioxide in here, which is my preferred sunscreen in a lip product, because a lot of chemical sunscreen products like taste in my mouth, and I just don't care for that. But you buy these 2 products separately. These are also made in Japan, and then you just pop the little refill inside of the case. So this here looked like it was going to be, I gotta show you the bullet, which is going to make it super hard to want to use. But the end of the refill is a little cat face. But based on the way that this looked, because it's not white, I was thinking that this lip product would be a little bit easier to apply. A lot of mineral lip products, they're thicker because of the zinc and the titanium dioxide in them, and you can get that rim on the inside of your mouth that I'm not nuts about. So because this one's kind of tinted with a pink to it, I thought that I'd get along with this one, and it's got SPF 25 in it. So I haven't worn it just yet because I don't want to ruin the little cat. I'm going to though. And I hope that I'm going to do it right now. Let's swatch it to see if there's any color to this. I don't think there is. Oh gosh, there's no color, and it is swatching really clear. This excites me. I like that. It's a thinner consistency. There is fragrance in this as well, which again, I haven't worn it, but it's a rose fragrance. So there might be some taste with that rose in there, but it's going on very nice for mineral sunscreen. So I'm excited about this. And then I got the hard case again so that I can throw it in my pocket when I'm out riding and stuff and reapply it. I just tasted the back of my hand because I wanted to know if that was gonna like taste in my mouth. And you can taste a bit of that rose fragrance in there. So that's something to make note of. I might be able to put up with it. I might not. Next up from Beauty Bay, I got this Unicorn Cosmetics, the Totemic Palette. Your new discovery awaits. So this is the packaging right here. And on the box packaging, it says made in the PRC and USA. And then on the back of the palette itself, it just says made in the USA. So I'm not sure there. There are 10 eyeshadows in here for a total of 0.75 ounces of product, which is a pretty decent amount of product that you're getting. And one of the main reasons that I wanted this palette, not only do I like bright kind of fun eyeshadows anyway, but the packaging on this guy has got image done by Curtis Reikovich. And Curtis Reikovich is the guy who did the prints that are on the back of the wall that you see right here. I'll link his Instagram down below. He has I believe he says he's selling Etsy. No, it's not an Etsy shop. He's got a shop where he sells his prints and then also his originals, which one day I'm going to have a Curtis Reikovich original. I just love his work. So that was kind of one of the main reasons I got this as well, is because it's such a pretty image on the front of the palette, and then it's shaped like a diamond. And then there is a mirror inside of there. And then here are the 10 eyeshadows. This palette has 3 kind of standard shimmers, which are this blue, purple, and peach. And then this shade right here is a little bit shinier and it's kind of a duochrome. And then the other shades are matte. And there's decent pigmentation in those mattes and they blend out pretty well too. So let's give you some swatches. Some of those mattes do feel a little bit dry, but that's because they are really heavily saturated with pigment, I think. Nice vivid orange there. So those are the first 4. And then these next 4. And this palette isn't a standalone for me either, just because it's lacking some of those lighter type of highlight shades that I like to use. But we can always bring in Aether Beauty Pure Diamond Dust to the rescue. And then these last 2. So there are the swatches for the Unicorn Cosmetics Totemic eyeshadow palette. And again, just fun packaging. And I love the imagery on the packaging. And then lastly, I got in 2 PR packages, and this first one is from Lord Jones. They came out with a new body product, and it's called the Bump and Smooth CBD Body Serum. So it comes in a 100 milliliter, 3.38 fluid ounce bottle. So this is what the box packaging looks like. And then this does have a pump on it right there. So this guy here has like a serum-y type of a texture to it, but it says on the packaging, this powerful resurfacing body serum is specially formulated to deliver non-abrasive chemical exfoliation that reduces bumpiness and reveals smoother, brighter looking skin. It features a 4-acid blend, 10% glycolic, lactic, salicylic, and malic, and ceramides that moisturize while it exfoliates. Infused with full spectrum CBD extract, it's a truly soothing skincare experience. So I'm excited to use this kind of on my shoulder areas. Sometimes I get bumps right here, and then I also have a lot of kind of back and shoulder pain and neck pain anyway. So I'm excited to give this guy a try in those areas. And there's 200 milligrams of CBD per bottle, approximately 2 milligrams of CBD per pump. So that is new from Lord Jones right there. And then they also sent over a little sachet of their high CBD formula bath salts, which I actually purchased this in the full-size version. And when I use this in the bath, I do notice a difference in the aches and pains that I have in my body. So I really like this product. I think you guys have heard me talk about it some time back. I do really like their bath salts. I will say there are little pieces of like plant extracts inside of the salts, and I have a jet tub, so I put these salts inside of a little mesh bag. Like sometimes little samples and stuff will come in those little mesh baggies. So I put the salts in there and then I throw them in the tub so those little plant pieces don't like run through my jets. But just something to make note of. But otherwise, I really love their bath salts. And a huge thank you to Laura Jones for sending that over. And then this last PR package is from Kaleidos Makeup. They came out with a new collection and they're calling it the Flower Punk collection. And as usual, when I see the pictures of their newest collections on Instagram, it just really gets me excited. Kaleidos is a really like, I feel like they're an innovative brand. Like the packaging on their palettes and stuff isn't run of the mill. It's all very different and unique packaging. Like there isn't anything else on the market like their packaging. It makes it really unique. And I feel like their shadow formulation is also a very kind of different, unique formula that's very pretty. But I got really excited about this. The packaging on this stuff is so pretty. And this is the kind of the PR box, which you can buy it in a set on their website as well. I think that they recently sold out of the palette and the coloring book and stuff, but I'm pretty sure that they're going to be doing a restock on this. So all of the products came in this little trunk, and it's not like a little flimsy type of trunk either. It is a cardboard, but it's very sturdy and very hard. And I'm going to end up setting it on my dresser back there because it's also really pretty. So you open it up and there's a little mirror in there that kind of sits open on those bands. And then there's a sheet of like temporary tattoos in there, and then also this Flower Punk coloring book with the really pretty art on the front. The inside has blank sheets of paper that says Kaleidos on there, but cute little touch there. And then look how pretty even inside of this the artwork is. There's like little moths in the corner. Ooh, the drawers are gonna come out there. But just very pretty. And then inside the first drawer, there are 2 tins. So here are the 2 tins, and each one of these comes with 4 of their matte lip clay paints. And this here, even the packaging on this, so pretty and attention to detail. It's even kind of textured on the tin. So the little lip products were in there, but just, I don't know, Kaleidos really does it for me. They got it going on over there. I really like the packaging of their stuff and their products in general. So these little tins each have 4 lip products that came in them. The pink tin comes with 4 nude lip colors, and I've actually got on the shade Adobe right now with the Makeup Forever Anywhere Caffeine lip pencil. And this is a silicone kind of liquid lipstick that feels really comfortable on the lips. And a lot of the times that silicone based liquid matte lipstick isn't exactly transfer proof, but I was kind of surprised that when I go like this, all that comes off is my lip liner. So they're staying pretty well for having that kind of that silicone matte lip texture. I'm definitely not the biggest expert on the liquid matte lipsticks, but these ones here do feel really comfortable. So again, I've got on the shade Adobe today, and I've had this on for quite a while too, and I was expecting to have like a ring on the inside of my lips as well by now, especially like with all this talking in this video, and there's nothing there. So that's pretty impressive for me. I do wish there was one shade that was a little bit more nude. I was tempted to put on Kim KW from Charlotte Tilbury with this kind of in the center to lighten it up, but that's just because I wear, you know, lighter nudes so much, so I would wear that color more. So that's the shade I have on in Adobe, number 1. And then we'll do number 2. This is the shade Dune. Right here. A little bit more rosy. And then we have got shade number 3 in Terra, Terra, which is more warm. And then the last shade in that bunch is the shade Sienna number 4. So those are the 4 shades in the pink tin, in the kind of the nude ones. And again, I got on this shade right here, which, what did I say it was called again? Adobe. And then the blue tin comes with 4 matte lip paints as well with the blue packaging, and these ones are kind of more vivid, vibrant kind of colors. So we'll start with number 1, which is, I almost wore this one instead of the nude, but then I didn't. So this first one is Cactus Flower, which is a vivid kind of magenta. That would look pretty in the summertime for sure. Number 2 is Agave, and this is a blue. I was half tempted to put this one on too, but then I didn't. So that one right there is Agave. And then we've got number 3, Mahogany, which is a deep brown. And then shade number 4 is Dahlia, which is a deeper kind of cherry red. It's got a little bit of, well, yeah, it's got a little bit of a pink hint in it. So those are the 8. They're exactly called the Cloud Lab Lip Clays right there. Also with the collection is the Blue Agave Softening Lip Mask, and this is cruelty-free and vegan. I should make note too that all of these products are made in the PRC. This lip mask has got 0.26 ounces of product, and I have worn this a little bit kind of during the day. I haven't tested it as an overnight balm, but just kind of putting it on for a nice moisturization during the day feels really nice. Packaging is super cute. It's called the Blue Agave Lip Mask, and there's a little stopper on there, and inside of the product there are some very fine little shimmers in there, and it's just a very, like, I don't know, it kind of reminds me of the Laneige lip sleeping mask, but I don't know, it feels a little bit softer than the Laneige one, maybe not quite as thick. Well, I don't know. It is still a little, it's got a little bit of thickness to it, but it feels softer than the Laneige one to me. But that's the little lip mask in there. And then in the second drawer of the little trunk was the eyeshadow palette, which I'm excited about all the things, but I'm really excited about the eyeshadow palette. So this is the Flower Punk palette right here. There's a total of 8 grams or 0.28 ounces of product across 9 shades. And then look at this, even the box packaging. It's just very, very unique, very different than other things on the market. It's so pretty. I don't know if I'll be able to like throw it away. Just very cute packaging on there. And then the actual packaging, again, nothing like this packaging in my collection. So there's the pretty imagery. Look, there's a little horse in there, which you guys know I'm living for that. And here's the back of the packaging. Got little moths in there, and it says a radically verdant vision of lush greens and soft earthy tones. Makeup on the bright side. And that, like, the bright side, that's how this makeup makes me feel, like I'm on the bright side. Kaleidos in general just gives me all the feels. So anyway, here is the eyeshadow palette, and this is what I have on my eyes today. I wanted to incorporate some of the kind of purpley tones in with the greens, so that's what I did. I've got these 2 shimmery, the green and the kind of teal shade on the lid, and then I used these 2 shades through the crease today, and their matte formulation is some of the softest, most finely milled matte eyeshadows. Like, they feel like, have you ever stuck your hand in a bag of flour, like baking flour? That's how soft their matte eyeshadows are. And their shimmers as well, just very, very sparkly. You can get a little bit of fallout with those shimmers if you don't have a tacky enough base. I got just a little bit of fallout with this green, but I was able to brush it off my face, and I haven't gotten fallout on my face throughout the day. I get along with the Kaleidos formula really well. Today I did bring in to the rescue none other than Pure Diamond Dust from Aether Beauty, because there isn't a really light shade in here. It's kind of, well, I mean, I probably could have got away with this green, but then I didn't want to put that kind of bright green underneath the brow. So I brought in the Aether Beauty. So I brought it a little bit in the inner corner and a little bit underneath the brow with this guy. So let's go ahead and give you guys some swatches. So there are 3 shimmers, which are these 2 right here, and then this guy, and then the other shades are matte. Yeah, they're so soft, like so soft and finely milled, those mattes. How pretty. So pretty. And these next ones. Oh, I wish you guys could feel these through the screen because they're just so soft. And then this last shade, which is a deeper matte green shade. Yeah, love the color story. Love the packaging. Love the way the shadows perform. They blend out and they build really nicely. The shimmers are super high shine. Kaleidos is just out there killing it, man. Oh, the back of the cover too. So it comes all the way off, but there's a mirror on the back of the cover of the palette. And then it magnetizes to the front like that. And you got that pretty imagery. So, so pretty, right? I don't know how many times I said pretty, but here we are. So that is the Kaleidos, what exactly are they calling it? The Flower Punk eyeshadow palette right there. And I believe they will be doing a restock. I think I just read on their Instagram that they were waiting for an ingredient for one of the shadows in here so that they could continue making the palettes. So Kaleidos is just such a fun brand. It gets me really excited because it's just so not like run-of-the-mill beauty products, you know? And I'm so grateful to be on their PR list because I really do enjoy their products. So a huge thank you to Kaleidos for sending over their new Flower Punk collection. And that is everything that I have for my video today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful. Thank you for watching. Do not forget to wear sunscreen, and I will see you guys later. Bye.